Hey, everybody. We are back for the last day. We have been doing Conquer Your Hiring all week this week. And tonight's going to be the final lesson. Oh, I'm so blurry on Instagram. Okay. Look, I just made it even more blurry with my finger. Sorry, y'all. We're going to roll with it tonight, though. But I want to talk about my very last lesson. It's going to bother me, so hold on. Y'all going to have to excuse me and forgive me. All right. Lord, the joys of going live, right? So, y'all know I've been talking about hiring all week, right? So, for your business owners that have been thinking about getting a virtual assistant, getting some type of assistant for your business, you want a contractor overseas, right? I know hiring off Fiverr and Upwork is pretty popular. So, if you've been doing some of those things, I talked about some really great stuff last night about the difference between an employee and a contractor, and how a lot of us are finding freelancers off these sites and treating them like employees or calling them our employees when that is just simply not the case. Okay. So we're live on Instagram, we're live on YouTube, we're live on LinkedIn, and we're also live inside our Wake Up and Conquer Facebook group. So to hello to everybody across the platforms. Let me know what platform you're tuning in from because we're streaming on 4 sites right now. Woo, y'all, I have had such an amazing and great past 2 days, but my adrenaline is just coming on down, child. It's coming on down. So I got me some good leftovers. I got my leftovers waiting on the counter for me, okay? There is nothing that makes a better meal than some good leftovers. I don't care what you say. So I've got 4 really good resources that I want to share with small business owners. All of these that I'm going to share tonight, I've used. These are 4 resources that I've used inside of my business. There may be some more platforms out there. There may be some better options for you, but I just want to share some of the resources that I've used inside my business that worked really well for me. And maybe that's helpful to you. Hey, y'all. Hey. So, hey, Instagram, hey, YouTube, hey, LinkedIn, and hey, Facebook, all at the same time. So, I'm really excited just because July 13th, I got booked to come speak in LaGrange, which is right outside Atlanta, which I'm really excited about the flyer. Of course, I was asked a little while ago and signed a contract, but today it was actually released. So I'm super excited about that. I'm excited to come to Atlanta to meet some of you. Y'all already know we're doing Conquering Cocktails that weekend. It's just not us for debate. So I'm going to hit the little road and drive to Atlanta and come kick it with y'all and do Conquering Cocktails. And then we'll be doing Conquering Cocktails here again in Dallas in May. And y'all know the point of Conquering Cocktails is just for us to get together and network. So if you're a woman business owner, you're an entrepreneur, whether you're still working a 9 to 5 or not, it's a perfect time for you to come out and hang with me, meet some more women. We talk about all type of stuff, y'all, and it's just a cool networking environment over cocktails. So, but okay, y'all know I'm using my HR brain all this week. I talk so much about marketing, I talk so much about sales, but I was like, dang, I really haven't shared my HR expertise with my audience so much, and I have so much. Hey, Ashley, she said, yes, it was amazing. Yes, it was a good time. I can't wait to see it grow. I can't wait to see me conquer new cities and meet more women. So I love it. All right, so these are 4 resources that I've used inside of my business with managing my team. Y'all know I was just saying I'm pulling all of my HR knowledge out. So I'm going to go over these. These are not expensive. A lot of the 3 of the resources that I'm going to give you are free. So have at it. I'm serious. Have at it with this information. So the first one is going to be ADP for payroll. Let me tell y'all the story on this. So I have worked in HR for years, right? And we used to use ADP for payroll at our big companies. Like how many of you, your job or a past job uses ADP? So I saw ADP and I automatically thought that they were only for big businesses. I had to be making millions of dollars. I had to have a lot of employees and all of these silly assumptions that I made up in my head because I thought that ADP was way above what I had going on. And then I have an amazing friend. Shout out to Lavera, right? Shout out to Lavera the Flyballs, who put me in touch with an ADP rep. And when she told me the price the ADP was, I was mind blown. I'm talking like less than $50 for payroll every 2 weeks. I didn't even think that I would even be in a position to qualify to run my payroll through ADP. So super affordable, right? They also give you a rep. They have benefits, built-in benefits when you have your payroll set up through ADP. And it's, of course, it's a streamlined payroll. So for those of us that are like, hey, I actually do have W-2 employees. Now, don't be paying your people off Fiverr and Upwork through ADP. We can't do that, okay? They're contractors. But I'm saying if you have a true W-2 employee here, stateside, ADP payroll is amazing. And I can guarantee that if you reached out to a rep, that it will blow your mind how affordable it is and how easy it is. And you too can have ADP. I didn't think I could. Because I was like, my job used ADP. Surely I'm not big enough for that. But let me share a second resource that I was using before I got in touch with ADP, because I did want a very, very, very easy to use and cost effective time management and payroll system. And that was Homebase. I'm going to put that, it's Homebase. 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 You can pull up the website right now. Y'all, they have a free plan. Your employees can clock in on Homebase so they can pull up the app and clock in. If they need to clock out for lunch, you can even track their location if that's needed for your business, and you can do your payroll all in Homebase. Now, if you need something simple, you're like, Deb, I hear you on ADP, but I'm not there yet, right? Just because for ADP, you truly gotta have your stuff together. But if you're like, hey, I want an alternative because I'm not there yet, Homebase is a good one. Homebase is a really good one. You can really get a bird's eye view of how much you're spending on payroll, when people are clocking in, clocking out. Of course, our teammates are late, all types of things. So Homebase is a really good alternative if you're not there yet for ADP, although I highly recommend ADP. But Homebase is a really, really, really next best alternative that I have used. Okay. All right. So look into that. If you're like, hey, I do have somebody, I do want to get more organized. I've been listening to the HR tips. I need a system. Check out ADP and Homebase. So the third one that I'm going to share, and I'm sure that y'all have heard of these, but I have to reiterate this from an HR professional's perspective, because I see a lot of business owners who only communicate with their teammates through text. Just because it's 2024, and I get that text messaging is a completely acceptable form of communication, socially, we're still not only communicating with our employees by text. Like, y'all, we just not finna do that. Teams or Slack is going to get you together. Remember, we've been talking about this throughout the week. Just because we're a good business owner may not necessarily mean that we're the best leader. We need some type of communication channel for our teams. So Slack, Microsoft Teams, both of them, chef's kisses. Easy to use, free, easy to install. And because of the pandemic, 9 out of 10 people are going to be familiar with those platforms already. Okay. We have to have a communication channel. If we shouldn't just be emailing or texting teammates. We need somewhere where they can talk to each other. That's the big thing, right? You want your team to feel that they're a part of a team. So if you're only texting us, I don't really feel like I'm part of a team. I want to be able to go on the Slack channel and talk to my teammates and stuff like that. Oh, thank you so much. I love it. Thank you so much. So have your Slack channel, have your Microsoft Teams channel to where you guys can actually communicate with each other. That's so important for us to have. And this is just something that I've simply seen people overlook. But Slack and Teams are amazing for that. So the last one I'm going to share as a resource, I've used this, but I don't know if people know about this website, and it's called Gifted. 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 So I actually just got off Gifted because I'm about to launch another store in Gifted, but it is a godsend. And I want to explain to y'all what Gifted is. So Gifted is a platform. how do they describe it? So basically with Gifted, you can send your employees, teammates, or clients gifts. Okay. So let's say, for example, if, oh God, y'all can use Gifted so many ways and it's free. It's such, I don't even remember how I came across Gifted. I came across Gifted probably, I don't know if it was beginning of last year or in 2022. But with Gifted, you can, let me give y'all, let me just go and give y'all tea. So on Gifted, you can, let's say if you want to use Gifted for your employees, and when it's their birthday, you want to send them $25 and let them pick out what gift card they want. It'll send it to them. Let's say if you're on, you can even use it for your clients, which is what I was using it for. When people on board with me, I can go into Gifted and I can say, send them a Conquer shirt, send them a Conquer blanket, and send them a Conquer journal. And it has my logo. It's going to print it on these super high quality products. I tested the products out, of course. Print it on these products and drop ship them and send them straight to my clients. And the only thing that I had to do was load up the money, pick what I want, pop in their address, and that's it. That's it. So I think it's a really cool tool for you to use for clients, especially if you want to keep those relationships going. You can tell them, upload what your logo is, and they will give you so many options that you can, and you just send it, and it's straight drop shipping. You don't have to have any inventory. There's no MOQ. So you don't have to send out at least 10 shirts or spend at least $200. If you just want to send one small shirt to Idaho, then you can do that. Okay. So for those of us that are business owners and leaders that have teammates, that have employees, Gifted is something that you can use to help them feel more engaged. Let's say on their work anniversary or after they've been with you for 60 days, you send them a company t-shirt off Gifted, and you actually make that a part of the culture to attend the Zoom calls in your company shirt. Who knows? What are we doing to build culture? Because the thing about when you're an employer, when you're a leader, there is a culture already, whether it's good or bad, whether we want to acknowledge it. Can we all agree to that? Even in our past jobs, there's a work culture that's here. It may be good because the leadership is good and they're proactive, or it may be bad because we have bad leaders that aren't proactive. Okay? There is a culture when it comes to working with you. Even if it's not said, what are you doing to be proactive? What are you doing to keep people engaged? And what are you doing to make sure that there are clear rewards for following your rules, being loyal, and doing what you're supposed to do, which is the same thing that our employers have expected from us for years. We have to make sure that we're fostering those same environments and even better environments for people that choose to work for us, okay? So what y'all think? Super easy and free resources when it comes to hiring, having a team, being an employer, getting your contractors, getting your employees, right? So ADP payroll, I just gave y'all the gem on that. It's not what you think. I can guarantee if you're running any type of payroll, you can already afford it because it's not expensive at all. Okay? And Lord have mercy, do they streamline a lot of stuff for you. And you can even pay yourself. She taught me how to go in. And of course, because I was paying myself, just go in and you just do your draw, right? We don't cut ourselves, it's HR and payroll brain working, as a employee, when you have a LLC, you're not cutting yourself a paycheck, right? Y'all, we know that, right? Because you're going to be paying double tax. You're going to be paying employee and employer tax. You don't want that. Ask me how I know about that mistake. Child, I really thought I was doing something. Child. No. You create yourself a draw and you just pull money from your business. That's the way you pay yourself. She said, do you have a rep or number that we can contact? So the rep that I was working with, they actually changed me to a different one, but I can post somebody in the group for y'all so that you can contact them, because the rep I had was 10 out of 10. I'm talking about really make me feel like I'm making trillions of dollars. Treat me like, girl, I own Chick-fil-A. That's how they coming. And have y'all seen too, where when you have a job and they have all of those extra benefits, like car rental benefits, like if you tell them you work for such and such company, you can get a discount. All that stuff is built into the back end of your ADP also. So people can say, oh, well, I work for Conquer and get the rental car discount. And they had like like the amusement park discounts, all type of stuff in their back end, all type of additional perks and stuff that they had. Because like how we said yesterday, when you have a legal employee stateside, they are at least entitled to benefits. So while, of course, I don't have the bandwidth to offer those health plans, there are still some type of benefits to working, with you. So ADP payroll, home base, if we ain't there yet, it's great, easy, and the app is so easy to use. Slacker teams, because we are not only texting our teammates in 2024. It doesn't even matter if we only have 2 or 3 people on our team. We're going to be great leaders. We're going to foster a great culture no matter what. And that starts with us appearing as a team and not as you, some type of dictator. And then Gifted. We can use Gifted to drop ship items to our clients, to our employees, to our peers. Super easy to use. It's completely drop shipping. Y'all, I have so much stuff from their site because, of course, I was worried about the quality. The blanket is my absolute favorite. I have a Conquer blanket, which, yeah, I love so much. And I remember when I saw one of my clients, I sent her a Conquer blanket. I sent her a Conquer shirts. I sent her a whole bunch of Conquer stuff. And it just shipped straight to her house from Gifted. All the thing I had to do was load up the money, pick the stuff that I wanted for her. It also has the option if they want to pick out gift cards. So yeah, I just want y'all to hear about some of the stuff that we can do in our small business, y'all, to just prepare us to scale, to prepare us to go to the next level. So I hope that this was helpful. I'm gonna comb back through my email so that I can get ADP reps number and maybe even have them come in and talk more about that. Just because, for us, some of us don't have the resources. And when we hear a big company like ADP, that seemed intimidating to me. So maybe somebody else feels the same way and I can help ease that worry for you. Okay. Y'all, it's been a long day. I'm about to go warm my leftovers and I'm about to get on the couch, find me something to watch and rub my feet together and relax. But I hope that this was helpful. We've been doing these weekly series on YouTube, on LinkedIn, on Facebook. And then, of course, we introduced Instagram to these. Also, we did the 1K in 1 week. We did how to get popular. This week, we talked about hiring. So I have another one of these series that's going to be rolling out. Not next week, but week after next. We're going to be talking about time management. Okay. How do you actually get productive? So a lot of us have a lot of amazing ideas, but when it comes to actually being productive, we're not as productive as we want to be. Our idea of working on our business is spending 2 hours researching something that could have been a 5-minute decision and you could have marked 6 more things off your to-do list. That's not being productive. That's still in the ideapreneur stage. That's not the entrepreneur stage. Okay. Spending hours and hours and hours on unnecessary tasks that don't move the needle, spending hours and hours and hours researching stuff that you already know. That's still an ideapreneur mindset. So I want to talk about time management. How do we execute? How do we get more productive? We'll be talking about that week after next. Okay. So we'll be talking about that and we'll be back to streaming, honey. We'll be streaming it on LinkedIn, here in the group on Facebook, and then on Instagram also. So y'all already know the vibes. Tomorrow when you wake up, make sure you conquer something. And I will see y'all next week.